Hello everyone, I'm Jacob Young from Victoria University of Wellington, New Zealand, and I'm going to be talking about Telefest, which is our system for virtually augmenting live concerts. So concerts have been pretty difficult to get to for a while now, with things like the COVID lockdowns getting in the way. But also before this, the cost of tickets could be quite prohibitive for a lot of people, and a lot of countries just would miss out on some of the larger acts. There's always been alternatives to attending in person, so you can always pick up a recording of the performance afterwards. Or you could watch a live stream on a platform like Twitch, where you even have limited interactivity with the performer and other audience members. But concerts aren't really just about the music, are they? You don't pay a couple of $100 for a ticket just to listen to a song you can listen to for free on Spotify. Right, it's more about the atmosphere. It's part of the experience of actually being in the crowd, being actually there. You feel like you're really part of something. And when we're talking about being there, we usually mean spatial presence. So how much do you feel like you're actually part of your surroundings, the presented environment? A common way of achieving this is with 360-degree video. So you have a full video of your surroundings. You can actually look around, get your own vantage points within it. And this has even been used for performances recently. So most famously by Queen, where you can see a full concert of theirs in 360-degree video. You can look around, you get a free view within the concert. Gives you a better sense of actually being there rather than just watching it through YouTube, even though you are realistically just watching through YouTube. But if we're live streaming the event, why not augment it in some way? Why not enhance the experience? So this has been done by sports for a while. So you don't just have the video of the pitch, you also have overlays of the player names. You have score. You can have like the offside lines. And recently, and probably most famously, we've got the concerts that have been happening in Fortnite, where you have all these visual effects going on, which are just as much as part of the performance as the actual music is. So that's what our system achieves. So we've got 360-degree video of the event, so you can freely look around. You can put it in your headset if you want. And also we have all these visual effects overlaid. So we can have fireworks indoors, which is quite difficult with fire permits. We can have these firefly effects. It's all done live in real time by a producer. So the core of the system is the producer interface. So producer can create these visual effects and overlay them in real time using this interface here. So we have all of our assets loaded up ahead of time, and then these can be organized into performances, essentially songs. So you pick all the effects that should be present for a song, and then as soon as the song starts, you can just spawn them all in at the same time. And if you need to, you can reposition these in real time, and you can add extra effects if you want to improvise. And this shows you a preview of this before you actually push that to the live stream. All of the augmentations are lit using their surroundings. So you can see here, we've got a lot of red on this bird and this island from the stage lighting. And here you can see a lot of the subsurface scattering in the leaves with all the purple light coming in. The producer can also control the camera. So if we have multiple cameras around the venue, we can switch between those and choose which vantage point the audience is watching from. All the cameras are calibrated, so we can say, this is the stage here. So then if we have a visual effect on the stage, if we switch between cameras, that's automatically aligned between every camera. We tested this live at the K Festival, which was a Korean festival held in New Zealand in August of 2021. We had 3 cameras set up. We had one in the crowd on a 2.5 meter high truss and one on each end of the stage. These were piped into a laptop, which is also receiving the audio from the sound desk, and that was being streamed out to YouTube. We chose YouTube because it already has support for 360-degree video and limited audience interaction through the live chat. We also created a dedicated website for viewing this, so people didn't have to find these streams individually. So we had the embedded video, so they could watch that from the website, and they could also quickly change between each camera. So we've got the stage left, the stage right, and from the crowd, and also the producer view, where the producer was choosing the vantage point and overlaying those visual effects. We also conducted a survey with viewers to see, to get their feedback on how the system works. So we had close to 2,000 people watching the live stream, with almost 20,000 people attending the festival in person. Unfortunately, only 47 people completed the survey. We're not entirely sure why. 9 of these were remote attendees, with 4 watching in virtual reality. And we found that the virtual attendees kind of overwhelmingly tend to watch the concert alone, whereas if you're watching in person, you tend to go with friends or family. We found quite a high degree of spatial presence induced by the system, and we didn't find any significant differences in enjoyment between in-person and remote attendees. We also got a lot of good feedback on the system. People tended to like the 360-degree video. They felt they gave them a good sense of presence, and they also liked the visualizations. They felt like that enhanced the experience. Thank you very much.